For Pacifica Radio, I'm Christina Onnested. It's official. Donald Trump is the Republican presidential candidate. He was appointed Monday at the Republican National Convention in Wisconsin, where he announced his running mate, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, a one-time Trump critic turned ally. The Biden campaign quickly released criticism of Vance as an anti-abortion, anti-LGBTQ MAGA Republican who backed Trump's false claims of voter fraud in the last election. Chair of President Joe Biden's re-election campaign, Jen O'Malley Dillon, said in a statement, Vance will do what Mike Pence wouldn't on January 6th, bend over backwards to enable Trump and his extreme MAGA agenda, even if it means breaking the law and no matter the harm to the American people. Mimi Timuraju, president of Reproductive Freedom for All, said a Trump-Vance administration would jeopardize reproductive freedom in all 50 states. After Ohio voters codified abortion protections in the state constitution, Vance called it a gut punch to pro-lifers on social media, calling it a war. Head of the nation's largest federation of labor unions, Liz Schuler, president of the AFL-CIO, said in a statement a Trump-Vance ascension to the White House would be a, quote, corporate CEO's dream and a worker's nightmare, unquote. She noted Vance has introduced legislation to allow bosses to bypass their workers' unions with phony corporate-run unions, she said. She also said he opposed the landmark PRO, Protecting the Right to Organize Act in Congress, which would end right-to-work laws. Vance is expected to take the stage at the RNC Wednesday night. Thursday, Trump is expected to give his nomination acceptance speech. Activists against a second Trump presidency rallied outside the RNC in Wisconsin. Audie McAfee reports.
The people united will never be defeated. El pueblo unido.
Speakers at the rally Monday were advocating for an end to the Israel-Hamas war, abortion, and immigration rights, and other issues in a park across from the convention. Cody Urban is the vice chair for the International League of People's Struggle.
We march against the 2024 RNC to expose its true character, to rally the people of the U.S. to fight for a true people's platform for genuine social change.
The coalition has led protests in St. Paul, Minnesota, Tampa, Florida, and Cleveland, Ohio. Omar Flores is the co-chair of the coalition.
Defend women's, LGBTQ, and reproductive rights. Defend and expand immigrant rights. Peace, justice, and equity for all. Stand with Palestine. And to sum it all up, fight the racist and reactionary Republican agenda.
The assassination attempt on former President Trump at a Pennsylvania rally on Saturday did not deter the marchers. The coalition expected 5,000 to 10,000 people to attend the Milwaukee protest. Organizers said Milwaukee officials denied them march permits for more than a year until the American Civil Liberties Union filed a lawsuit against the city for violating protesters' First Amendment rights. I'm Audie McAfee.
Federal prosecutor and special counsel Jack Smith says he will appeal a judge's ruling Monday that dismissed the case against Donald Trump for withholding boxes of classified documents after leaving the White House at Mar-a-Lago and allegedly sharing documents with people who had no clearance. Ata Shaheen reports.
U.S. District Judge Eileen Cannon said Attorney General Merrick Garland did not have the power to appoint special counsel Jack Smith.
I was really shocked and in disbelief. It's totally unprecedented.
That's University of San Francisco professor Bill Hing. Hing and other legal experts say that the Supreme Court explicitly outlined the precedent in 1974 during the Watergate scandal in United States versus Nixon.
The process and procedure under which Jack Smith was appointed is one that has been used over and over again.
So why would Judge Cannon dismiss the case on those grounds, knowing that Special Counsel Smith can easily appeal the decision? Professor Hing said Judge Cannon has shown her partisanship and loyalty to Trump. And while he predicted an appeals court will reverse Cannon's ruling, he says the conservative majority on the Supreme Court could eventually protect the former president.
She's taking a gamble that the U.S. Supreme Court will also show its partisanship.
Legal observers say the classified documents case against Trump is the easiest one to prosecute, given the amount of evidence and testimony from Trump's former aides and lawyers, and the fact that the alleged misconduct happened after Trump had left the White House. That may still be true, as the case was dismissed without any rulings on the facts of the case or the charges. Trump called for all 4 criminal cases against him to be dismissed on Monday. He argues they are all politically motivated witch hunts. Reporting for Pacifica Radio, I'm Atta Shaheen.
Democrats say they're beefing up political spending in swing states, announcing a $15 million fund for campaign operations in 7 swing states of Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, North Carolina, Nevada, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. This comes despite some in the party continuing to call on President Joe Biden to bow out of November's election after his dismal debate with Donald Trump. Israeli strikes across the Gaza Strip have killed more than 40 people in the last 24 hours as Israel and Hamas continue to weigh the latest ceasefire proposal. In central Gaza, strikes overnight into today killed 24 people. The deaths in Nusrat and Zawada included at least 4 children. 17 others, including children, were killed in Khan Yunis. The strikes hit 4 homes, according to emergency workers. The Israeli military said Air Force planes struck some 40 targets in Gaza over the past day, among them observation posts, Hamas military structures, and explosives-rigged buildings. The death toll in Gaza has topped more than 38,600 Palestinians. California is now the first state in the nation to ban school rules that require parents be notified if their child changes their gender pronoun. Governor Gavin Newsom signed the law barring school districts from passing rules requiring school staff disclose a student's gender identity or sexual orientation to any other person without the child's permission. Proponents of the legislation say it will help protect LGBTQ+ students who live in unwelcoming homes. Opponents say it will hinder schools' ability to be more transparent with parents. I'm Christina Onnested, reporting for Pacifica Radio.